Hi, I'm Sarah from the Love March movement, and today I'll be showing you how the National Family Planning Board, in collaboration with the Ministry of Health, UNICEF, UNAIDS, and special guest J Flag, is planting destructive ideas about reproductive health, sexuality, and gender into the minds of the next generation. So Yute Chatz is basically a chatbot where youth aged 13 to 24 can access information and ask questions about gender, sexuality, and reproductive health. And if you don't know what a chatbot is, it's basically an app that mimics human conversation. So let's chat and see what this app is really saying. Note that when it asks for my gender, it presents non-binary as a legitimate option. Red flag number 1. So as you can see, the app gives you some preset questions that you can choose from. So if you select, how do I decide what gender to identify as? Yute Chatz is not going to tell you to go and look at your body parts. No. It's going to say, think carefully. So in essence, if I think carefully, and I maybe like to play football, like to climb trees, and that's the kind of stuff that I see boys doing, well, I guess I can be a boy. Or maybe, according to Yute Chatz, I can be gender fluid. I can be one today, one tomorrow, or both at any given time. Then I select another question. How do people who are not heterosexual have children? And remember, these are all questions that they have programmed into the chatbot. So I select that question, and what does the answer say? Enough options, from surrogacy, adoption, to sperm donation, and it presents all of these as legitimate options. So in essence, a heterosexual couple having children the normal and natural way is the same thing as a homosexual couple having children through adoption, surrogacy, or sperm donation. But they are careful to say these options are not legal in Jamaica. I wonder if it will stay that way for long if we continue to make this type of information accessible to our youth. And then it presents the idea of medically transitioning. And if you don't know what that is the process of using hormones or other medicines to change your body to mimic the opposite gender. This is completely dangerous. And after it presents this question, it says, seek medical advice. While they're not telling you what medicine to use or what procedures to go through, it is presenting transitioning as a normal medical procedure to your 13-year-old. Is that okay? Do you see the problem with what I have shown you so far? But I think this is where you would draw the line. If your child is having issues about their sexuality, they are going to give them a number so they can directly contact JFLAG, Jamaica Forum for Lesbians, Allsexuals and Gays, rebranded as Equality JA. Now, if your child is struggling with gender and sexuality, you want them to get help. But JFLAG is the last place you'd want them to get help from. This will only plunge your child into deeper confusion. I have so many questions about this. Who approved JFLAG as a legitimate provider for professional help for a child that is going through gender confusion? This needs to be stopped. Why did the creators of this chatbot think that it was okay to make young people, without their parents' knowledge or consent, reach out to a trans advocating organization? Have we not seen what transgenderism has done to children abroad? We don't need any more proof that this ideology is dangerous. If we don't want to become a country where grown men can join girls' teams because they identify as female, then it's what we do right now that matters. We don't have to reach the point where drag queens are in our classrooms reading stories for us to realize that there's a problem. And so we move on from the gender and sexuality category and we move to abstinence. Seems good, right? The app is clear that the legal age of consent is 16, but then it introduces these vague ideas of waiting until you're ready to have sex. Now, any 17-year-old who has their hormones booming and thinks they're in love can decide that they are ready to have sex. There's nothing spoken about consulting your parents. There's nothing about waiting until marriage because, oh, that's so archaic. That's pushing your beliefs down people's throats. But with 80% of children born outside of wedlock, we can see why it makes sense to wait until you're married to have sex. But with this great opportunity that the Yute Chatz app has, it doesn't use the opportunity to teach them about purity. Why not? And then it throws in these ideas about fingering being a safer sex option. This is absolutely inappropriate. Finally, we move to the pregnancy category, and you can look through all of these categories, just message this number. So the question appears, how can I get rid of a pregnancy? Note that type of language. And this is what the chatbot says. Getting rid of a pregnancy can be very risky and is only legal in life-threatening situations based on doctors' recommendations. This information is absolutely false. In Jamaica, abortion is illegal under all circumstances. If a mother's life is at risk, it is the doctor's duty to preserve the life of both mother and child. And it is never medically necessary to kill an unborn child. If the baby dies as a result of trying to save both mother and child, this is completely different. That's not considered an abortion. Abortion is a separate procedure that intentionally kills the unborn child in the womb. It is not legal and should never be legal in Jamaica. If the National Family Planning Board is a government-funded entity, how can it be promoting actions and ideas that are directly opposing Jamaican laws, values, and morals? So to our government, we ask, how was this approved? And to the Ministry of Health, is this what health and wellness support looks like? It has been 5 months since the launch of this chatbot, and that is 5 months too long. Our call to action for our government is to shut this app down or remove these questions, radically change how it operates, but in its current state, it cannot go on. To our parents, let your voice be heard. Share this video, show it to your teachers, show it to your friends, let them know what is happening, all without your knowledge, in the privacy of WhatsApp. To our churches, let us get in the spaces where our young people are and give them the correct information. Let us tell them about purity and waiting for marriage, because then our country will thrive. And to our young people, don't make them trick you. I'll leave you with this verse. Do not let anybody look down on you because you are young, but set an example for the believers in speech, in conduct, in love, in faith, and in purity. Our young people need to know about sex and reproduction and abstinence. And this Yute Chatz app had such an opportunity to present that information. But now that we've seen what kind of content it's producing, how are we supposed to trust these organizations? Share this video, like, and comment. Let us keep our government-funded entities and our government accountable. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to share. What we do now matters.